Number 10, the Saga of Tanya the Evil. Stories about a Japanese businessman after firing an employee gets killed by him on the subway. In his last moments, his defiance to some unknown god ends. He's reincarnated into a hellscape in the 1900s Japan alternative with magic. To survive and rise in this world, he must pray to this god he hates so much. Not only is the protagonist's government a bunch of fascists who just wants to take over the world, despite them being attacked from three sides, but also the god of this world. The fascism runs strong throughout this whole series. Number 9, Kill la Kill. It is about a simple country boy who's headed to the big city to find all his friends who went ahead of him, only to find them tortured and murdered by some rich rat-a-tat-tats. By rich aristocrats. Soon he falls into a group of assassins vowing to take down the evil dictator who controls the puppet boy emperor. That is, until he's made the bitch of Hitler and all his friends are slowly killed off one by one. Number 8, Kill la Kill. It's about the greatest controller of mankind, clothes. Ever since Adam and Eve stepped out of the garden, they had total control over our lives. It demands people wear it with impunity. And without clothes, what will stop the male gaze from defiling the female form? It's the worst type of fascism, the lose-lose kind. Number 7, Hetalia Axis Powers. Hetalia is about the humanization or the animalification, however you want to look at it, of countries of the world during World War II. They're made the most evil, tyrannical countries in history into cute, funny, and dare I say it, sympathetic characters. Nope, not having that. Reject it. Number 6, Girls and Panzer. It's a Japanese term when girls take their breast and shit, sorry, wrong script. Let's try that again. Number 6, Girls and Panzer. Not the same thing. It's a bunch of little girls in World War II style tanks turning war into sports. Nothing about World War II should be seen with any humor at all. Again, reject it. Didn't even watch it, but it sounds horrible. Number 5, Code Geass. One king to rule the world. Son wants to kill him so he can rule the world. The world doesn't include China or Africa. Probably. It's not mentioned much, Africa, and that is horrible. But China is the opposing force to the radical empire Britannia brings to the world. There's a divine race of immortals to bestow gifts to humans that usually make them want to rule the world. It is horrible in so many ways and fascist to the extreme. Number 4, Death Note. A boy with the power to kill anyone as long as you know their face and name. Oh, yeah, that's definitely any fascist wet dream. Definitely makes it easier to set up a surveillance state. Get the names, faces, dead. Sure, crimes go down because everyone's so afraid to commit one because this evil fascist boy is just killing anyone who commits any crime at all, even theft. Fascism to the extreme, and it doesn't even matter, he gets stopped by the very end. Number 3, Neon Genesis Evangelion, or How I Learned to Kill Off the Whole Human Race. Man makes whiny son get into humanoid weapon. Humanoid weapon, who is a clone of his mother. Cute co-pilot is also a clone of his mom. Oedipus complex much? There's a high council wanting to wipe everyone off the world so they can become gods to control the world. It's so confusing and so many complexities to it that, fascism, the end. Number 2, Fullmetal Alchemist. The nation is ran by a furry or something like that. Oh, sorry, Führer. Edward becomes his dog, who's an alchemist of the highest grade, along with his brother, who has his soul trapped in a suit of iron. That sounds pretty oppressive to me. And helps him take over the world. No, actually, he fights against this Führer and the sort of demigod, depending on the version you watch of Fullmetal Alchemist. How's that fascist? Oh, because they accept the system and they're just clogs at the end of the power, with the power changing hands to some other fascist dictator within this army. So nothing really changes but the face on the fascism. Number 1, Attack on Titan. In a world where humanity is huddled behind the walls in fear of a man-eating monsters, their government is so concerned with their own safety that they send brave men and women out to either be killed or eaten by these titans. On the top of that, watch out, spoiler alert here, there is another layer of tyrannic oppression to this whole wall world. They're basically a death camp sent by another greater nation to exile them and to punish them for the sins of their ancestors. It's basically racism and fascism mixed. That's why it's number 1 on that list.